Good morning. We're going to be in John chapter 14 today. I think one of the things that believers have going for them, and it's something that we know we have going for us, is that God in Christ has prepared a place for us. That this world is not our home. That regardless of how we're pressed in from every side, regardless of the temptations that we face here, the frustrations that we face here, the broken relationships that we face here, that God is preparing for us a home for eternity that will be a place of perfect peace and joy. As a matter of fact, that's our topic today. In John chapter 14, verse 1, this is Christ speaking, and he says, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I not have told you, but that I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I'm going you may be also, and you may know the way to where I am." And then he goes on, and Thomas responds to this question. He said, where is it that you are going? And he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to me or to the Father unless he comes through me." But first and foremost, the good news here is that Christ is going to prepare a place for us. And what that means for you and what that means for me is that we cannot get too comfortable here. In the book of Peter, 1 Peter, Peter calls us a chosen priesthood, a holy nation. He even says that we're a peculiar people, that this is really not our home. If you studied Hebrews chapter 12 and 13, you'll see the pictures of Abraham, and it says that he was living for a city whose builder and architect is God. That Abraham did not just stake his claim here, but he was living for eternity. Even with Moses, it said that he considered the reproach of Christ greater than the treasures of Egypt, that he didn't care what happened to him here, that he was willing to take on any reproach, he was willing to take on any enemy for the glory of God. And I wonder about you today. Have you become too close to this world? Are you too acquainted with this world? Are you in love with this world? We've looked in these devotions before that 1 John chapter 2 says, "Do not love this world or the things of this world." And that the book of James chapter 4 verse 4 says that friendship with the world is hostility towards God. The good news for you today is this, that this is not your home. That this world with all of its problems and issues is not the place that you're going to spend eternity. So let me encourage you, begin to fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and the perfecter of your faith, and begin to think on things above where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God, and allow the things of this earth to go strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace.